We spread the good news, wake your butt up, cause if you snooze you lose, go think on your ways and turn your feet toward the ancient of days, who changed the truth of God into a lie, fighting principalities and powers and they in disguise. Be circumspect because your enemy is on his turf, the fatness of the earth and dew of heaven, his blessing is our curse. What goes around comes around, so that order gon' change. Galatians 6 and 7, righteousness is about to look strange. Our salvation has no expiration, laws in our mind. It's C4N, conversation for the nation.
People shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Yasha Allah. Shalom. Hey, welcome to C4N, Conversation for the Nation. All right. Welcome to C4N, Conversation for the Nation. We'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem,
Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah.
Khan. Right. All praises to the Most High. All right. Glad to see you, brothers and sisters, this evening. All right. We got an interesting show tonight. All right. Got some good content. Got some heavy stuff to talk about. Okay. All right. And we need brothers and sisters to be attentive tonight. We need you to be very attentive. All right. Because we're going to go into some things that need to be heard. All right. And explain. Your enemy, all right, believe it or not, okay, is going to give you a little bit of wisdom today. All right, so we're gonna go into this thing, but first and foremost, all right, before we get started, let's go ahead and shout out our brothers and sisters in the chat. Okay, I see SOT Yazabad, Ban Lord Yah, Shalom King.
Shalom King.
She's Striving, House of Nakawasha, Shalom.
Shalom.
SOT Soldier Sakor, Shalom. That's our brother in Chicago.
Shalom.
Gotta get up there and see that brother, man.
Right.
All right, brother The Rock. All right, SOT Soldier Salama, Shalom.
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 All right, we got Soldier Yotham, Shalom. Hey, I see I just missed a call from Yotham as I was logging in. Hey, I'm gonna call you back a little bit later there, King. SOT Soldier Yotham, that's our brother in Louisiana.
Shalom,
brother,
King.
The Rock. All right.
Shalom, King.
Chicago. Wesley Jr., House of Nakawasha, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. SOT Soldier Mathanya, Shalom there, King.
Shalom.
My brother in Birmingham. All right. Alex, House of Nakawasha, Shalom.
Shalom, King.
All right. We got our brother Mathanya here with us. All right. SOT Amaria, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. All right. Saria, Shalom.
Shalom, sis.
SOT Sanctuary. All right. Janae, daughter of Nakawasha, Shalom.
Shalom, sis.
Enrique Ventura, Shalom. Shalom there, King.
Shalom, King.
SOT Soldier Josiah. Hey, that's our brother down in Mobile. Okay.
Right.
Shalom. All right. Omega Stitch, Shalom.
Shalom.
SOT Soldier Asha Allah, Shalom.
Shalom, King.
My brother Warrior Micah Allah. All right, down in Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom there, King.
Shalom, King.
Hey, I hope Freddie over there watching this lesson with you there, King. You need to get Freddie up. Tell him to come over and watch this show there, Warrior. All right. SOT Hawaka Yar, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. Miss Late Night 70. All right. We're going to get you right there, Miss Late Night 70. You know, just keep on watching. All right.
Shalom.
Okay. Shalom. All right. We got Captain Asha Allah, Ban Lord Yah. Shalom there, King.
Shalom.
Brother down in Atlanta, Captain Asha Allah. SOT Soldier Nathaniel, Shalom. Sister Zakia, Shalom, Princess.
Shalom, sis.
He got Brother Dexter Israel, Shalom.
Shalom, King.
Sister Alex, Alex, our sister Alex, shalom.
Shalom.
Right? Shalom. Good to see everybody. SOT Soldier, Abathia, shalom. It's my brother right
Shalom,
here.
King.
Shalom, King. SOT Hawatha Yar, brother Dorian Wright.
Shalom.
And last but not least, our Levite, one of our Levites, SOT Soldier Kaya Ban Loya. That's right
Shalom,
there, King. That's right there, King. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's
Okay?
right.
That's right.
Going
Shalom.
into it. Okay, we're going into it tonight. I mean, hey, listen, if you've been paying attention, and that's the key thing, man. All right, paying attention. All right, you are a watchman, right? That's what you are. You are a watchman. Look, I don't watch a lot of TV myself. Okay, I tune in, all right, to the news here and there. You know, yeah, I am watching a lot of, camp videos as it relates to the truth, and I dibble and dabble in a little bit of sports, but you got to remain watchful. Okay, that's one thing our elders taught us. You know what I'm saying? Remain watchful, because you're not going to be able to observe the times if you're not observing what's going on in the world. Okay, and don't stay when you search the net. All right, don't get all caught up. Okay, and doggone laser focus on what's going on in the U.S. Hit that world news.
Right.
Okay, hit that world news too. You know what I mean? All right, that world news, definitely, enlighten you on some things. Let's listen to what my brother got to say. Woe to you pastors who lead the sheep astray. Woe to you heathens round about who pervert our minds and pervert the ways of the Lord. Con.
Wow.
All right. Hey, brothers and sisters, make sure y'all tuning in to our other platforms. Every Tuesday night, you got Captain Durant. You got our captain out in California, okay, bringing this truth, okay, on Truth Tuesdays. All right. Make sure you doggone tune in, all right, to Truth Tuesdays every Tuesday. Okay. Also, of course, you got, this C4N Conversation for the Nation going on every Thursday night. Okay. All right. On the SOT Alabama channel. And make sure you're tuning in to the Sabbath class every Friday night. Okay, you get your questions answered. Okay, you get your questions answered on the Friday Sabbath class with Elder Yahweh all right, on the main channel. Con, you also got the Bar for Bar with my brother Captain Yaikwab. All right, every Saturday on the Sabbath day. Okay, about 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, and brothers come on and edify the nation. Con. Okay. All right, so make sure you tune in to all of our platforms. I don't always remember to do that, okay? And I want to make sure we're shouting brothers out and promoting our material. Con,
Go
ahead.
We also want to mention SOT Florida with Captain Yaquab, Ottawa Captain Yaquab, and SOT DC led by Ottawa Captain Araya. So
that's right.
Channels as well.
That's right. Y'all subscribe to them channels too. Subscribe. Hey, look, when we tell folks to subscribe, look, I'm kind of up there. I ain't old. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm a little tech savvy. But listen, okay, when you go to the channel, all right, click the button that say subscribe on it. Because if you subscribe to it and you hit the alerts, you'll get our content. You'll get our content, when it comes.
Right.
All right, you don't have to search for it. All right, so make sure you subscribe to our channels, okay? All right, that makes it a bit easier. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let us hear from our sponsor, okay? Truth of Yah.
Welcome to the Truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's mission is to humble the world in the Truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's vision is to build up the poor man and woman in spirit. Many people are deceived by lies, deceits, frauds, pride, forward mouth, arrogance, and evil ways. The poor in spirit are attacked daily. The vision to build up the spirit is to cause people only to walk in the ways of Yahweh, just as his son Yahweh Shai and the prophets did, by not just speaking the word, but by putting every word Yahweh spoke into action.
We're the Sons of Thunder Israelites, and it's our heart's prayer and desire that you all get the truth of Yah game.
Use our discount code SOT for additional savings.
Shalom.
All right, man, let's play, man. Let's get it,
man.
Let's get it going, man.
That's right.
Some mighty brothers right there. And that game is fire, man. If you haven't got your Truth of Yah video, your Truth of Yah board game, all right, I was about to say video game. All right. Need to do less of that. Okay, get back to these board games. All right, get strategic. Okay, and then have a team environment. Right, fellowship with one another. All right, but hey, check that Truth of Yah out. It's the real deal. It'll keep you sharp on your craft, huh? All right, but hey, once again, all right, we going into it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put the weed down. Okay, we're gonna get into it. You need to put that weed down. Hey, listen, you ain't fooling nobody. Okay, you're not fooling nobody. All right, a lot of y'all still messing with that damn weed, man. Okay, and you don't want that weed, okay, or any vice that you may be holding on to. You don't want it to keep you from getting the kingdom. All right, you don't want that to keep you from getting the kingdom. All right. And the thing is that's going to stop your growth. That's one of the things that your vices do. Your vices, they'll stop your growth. They'll keep you, at a certain level of understanding. Okay. They'll keep you at a certain level and they won't allow you to advance past that point. Okay. So we got to doggone put that weed down. And if you're still unsure, okay, about what the scriptures say, we're going to make it clear. Trust me, we're going to make it clear tonight. You know what I mean? That the scriptures say, all right, you're not supposed to be dealing with that thing. Okay? I'll make it clear, not to knock any other brothers. All right, but with Sons of Thunder, we like to make it plain so that the baby can understand. Take it down to the lowest level. All right. Okay, and we got a few other things. All right, interesting reprobate of the week. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and go into it, okay? Hey, Mathanya, go ahead and get me the book of Revelation, chapter 8, verse 13. All right, let's get into it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8, and verse 13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe. Salakia, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels, which are yet to sound.
That's right. All right. So we heard an angel say with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe. Woe means destruction.
Right.
Okay. So destructions to the inhabitants of the land. Okay. Destruction to the heathen nations, all right, that held the Israelites and who hold the Israelites captive. Destruction to our own people who are like-minded with the heathen. All right. So destruction to all sinners. All right. Destructions to the inhabitants of the land. All right. Now we also, okay, are going to use, all right, the word woe. Okay, because in this context, it's speaking of war. All right, and we're going to break that down. Okay, it's speaking of war. And we know, all right, when we have war, all right, it's pretty much, you know what I mean, all out destruction. Okay, all hell breaking loose.
Right.
If you took a look at the thumbnail, you see some world leaders, all right, to include, all right, Joe Biden, all right, and the Prime Minister of Israel. Okay, I wanted to throw the Iranian president on there too, okay, but I can only do so much with so little space. All right, we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get into it. So give me that first video. Now look, this first video is very detailed. We're gonna make some breaks. I will play it, okay, in long sessions as well, so that you can see what's going on, because it's imperative that you pay attention to this. All right, we got a video. All right, with what's the guy, Tucker Carlson, all right, from Fox, all right, and he's got a retired colonel. The retired colonel name is Douglas McGregor, all right. He served in the Gulf War, all right. So he's got a little understanding of what war is and what everything looks like today. He's going to give his perspective. And I'm going to tell you something. I kind of agree with some of what this Edomite is saying. Okay. Pay attention to what he's saying, the lines with scripture. And that's nothing but the Most High. All right. Hardening the hearts of our enemies. And we'll get into that a little bit later. Hardening the hearts of our enemy to tell on them own selves. Okay. All right. It's hot in the news. You got doggone Israel fighting, against Hamas. You got doggone Russia and Ukraine busting heads. All right. You got doggone conflict between the U.S. and Iran. All right. Hey, North Korea still doggone testing their doggone missiles. You better pay attention.
Right.
All right. You better pay attention. All right. We understand that there are going to be wars and rumors of wars. Okay. Going to be rumors of wars. But look, don't fret. Okay. Because this is the beginning of sorrows. I'm paraphrasing that thing, right?
Right.
Okay. So go ahead and play the video.
Hold
on for a second. Let me
is pushing.
Hold on, Cap. Hold on. Let's definitely get the all right, copyright disclaimer. All right, go ahead.
What's new and interesting and ominous is that very few Republicans, the opposition party, are pushing back. Instead, some of the party's leaders are encouraging it. Here, for example, is Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina from last weekend on NBC.
You said this week that the only way to keep the war from escalating is to hold Iran accountable, part of what you're talking about now, and that it might mean bombing their oil refineries.
Yeah.
Have you had any discussions with the Biden administration about this?
A bit. Here's my message. If Hezbollah, which is a proxy of Iran, launches a massive attack on Israel, I will consider that a threat to the state of Israel, existential in nature. I will introduce a resolution in the United States Senate to allow military action by the United States in conjunction with Israel to knock Iran out of the oil business. Iran, if you escalate this war, we're coming for you.
Are you effectively poised to declare war?
All right. So you hear Lindsey Graham. Okay. Lindsey Graham said, hey, looky here. Okay. Iran. We done position ourselves to help out Israel in this matter. Okay. Or the Israelis. Right. Okay. And we don't need you interfering in this thing. And if you do, we coming for you. That's what he said. Okay. That's a threat.
Right.
Okay. That's a threat. But I'm going to tell you something. This devil got a lot of nerve. Okay. This devil got a lot of nerve. Okay. Because he's downplaying the strength of his enemies. Okay. He's underestimating these other countries, and he's living in the past. Okay. We're going to make that clear. He's living in the past. See, a lot of devils, man, they'll use the reputation and the history of their country, all right, to talk them big bad wolf words. God,
that's right.
Obadiah chapter 1, man. Give me Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 2. Okay, let's see what the scripture got to say about these devils. Lindsey Graham said, Iran, if you show your face, okay, in this war and assist Hamas, we coming for you. That's what he said. All right. Read that in Obadiah chapter 1.
And this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
He says, behold, now read verse 1 first. Let's make this clear. Read verse 1.
Salaki, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning who?
Concerning Edom.
So this is a prophecy of the Edomites. All right. This red devil right here. Okay. All right. Shining his face on the screen. All right. They're set up in different places. Okay. But their chief capital was right here. All right. Which is the daughter of Babylon. All right. America. Khan. Right. The daughter of Great Britain. Khan. Okay. He says, go to verse 2.
Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
He says, behold, I have made you small amongst the heathen nations. So the Edomites are very small in number, all right, toward the other nations, okay, or compared to the other nations. Read on.
Thou art greatly despised.
And you are greatly despised because you're an arrogant devil. You're a proud devil, okay? You walk on everybody's lands, you know, rape, rob, and murder, all right, steal and conquer and divide, right? Okay, so you're greatly despised for that reason. Read on.
The pride of thine heart.
The what?
The pride of thine heart.
Right, the pride of your heart. All right, so you still doggone trying to live, all right, off your doggone history of World War I, okay, right, and World War II. We know Vietnam kicked that tail,
right?
All right, and we know what really happened, all right, in this doggone war on terrorism, so-called terrorism, okay. All right, we know what's really going on. The U.S. took a lot of casualties. All right, okay. And when you look at the makeup of the military structure now, okay, it's not as great as it used to be. Khan, read that part again, Matan.
Khan, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
The pride of your heart, which is your mind, has deceived you. All right. We know that the Edomites dwelled in the cliffs of the rock. Okay. We know that. Okay. That's why they're called Caucasians. Okay. Because they're from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. All right. Read it again.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Whose
habitation is high.
Whose habitation is high.
That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Iran, if you go against Israel and join forces with Hamas, we're coming for you. Who's going to bring me down? All right. Even though I ain't as big and bad as I used to be, I'm still America. All right. The pride of your heart have deceived you, devil. Read on.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Though what?
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Read.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Hey, now we know that the symbol of these devils is the eagle. Okay. All right. That's all of these Edomite nations. All right. Their symbol is the eagle. All right. They got the eagle on the money. All right. The eagle on the top of the flag. Okay. You know, the eagle is everywhere. That's their symbol. All right. And the eagle is it's prey. All right. Looking down. All right. A predator. I'm sorry. All right. An eagle is a predator looking down, all right, upon his prey. That's why he exalts himself as the eagle. He sets his nest above the stars. When we look at this, we're speaking about, you know, these jokers, all right, with their with these astronauts trying to go to the moon, all right, and the Space Force, all right, you know, that's trying to doggone go into space and, you know, deal with the Most High, all right, and his hopes. Okay. All right, read on.
Shalak,
go ahead, King.
I'm gonna bring a precept of what you just brought out.
Let him close it out and then bring out the precept.
All right, come on.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
He said, when you set your nest among the stars, then, all right, is he gonna doggone bring thee down? Go ahead, Decat.
This book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 6. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment. So the Most High is elaborating on that, saying they got pride. He says it compasses them like a chain. You know, it says violence covered them as a garment. So what comes with that pride but violence? Destruction. All right, are you?
Hey, that's right there, Cap. Okay. Violence and destruction. Okay. And that thing is definitely going to turn upon their own head. Hey, Mathanya, go to Ephesians chapter 4 real quick. Give me Ephesians chapter 4. All right, and let's start at verse 17. Okay. Give me Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 17.
Come on, one. So this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 17. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
It says, that the Most High does not want us to walk as other Gentiles walk, all right, in the vanity of their mind. Now, all right, in this context, it's actually speaking about Hellenized Gentiles. But where did the Hellenized Gentiles get their behavior from? All right, they got their behavior from the Gentiles, okay, the other nations. All right, when we go into the book of Jeremiah chapter 10, it tells us to learn not the way of the heathen, okay? So we're not supposed to be walking in this mindset that the heathens have, okay? We're not supposed to be proud and boastful. Read.
Having the understanding darkened, being
having their understanding darkened, like Lindsey Graham here, okay? Use a damn fool,
right?
Okay, these jokers is doggone collaborating. All right, they got their own damn money, okay? They get ready to push you out the oil business.
Right.
You get ready. You getting ready to be using your own oil, okay? All right. So you heard what Lindsey Graham said. He said, "Hey, Iran, you join forces with them, we're gonna doggone push you out of the oil business." That's what he said. Okay, read.
Being alienated from the life of God through the ignorance that is in them.
Through the what?
Through the ignorance that is in them.
Through the lack of knowing that is in them. Okay, we got to understand these devils weren't given the law, statutes, and commandments. So they're reckless. Okay, they're reckless. And if you're like-minded with them, all right, then you're a reckless beast as well. Right. They have no understanding. This joker don't understand. He outnumbered. The scripture said he outnumbered. The scripture says that thou hast made thee small amongst the heathen. He made you small amongst Ishmael. Okay. He made you doggone small amongst Japheth. He made you doggone small, all right, amongst Elam. He made you small amongst Ham. But you running your mouth like Dexter said. Okay, Dexter said, Esau, keep running your mouth, red devil. That's our brother right there.
Right.
All right. That's our brother right there out in Alabama. Okay. All right. You running your mouth like you got all the power in the world, and you don't realize that the Most High has exalted you. Give me that in the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 17 real quick.
God, I got you.
We're going to go back to the video here in a minute.
This book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
Look, even the scripture said in the Pharaoh, I've raised you up. I made Egypt a great nation. I set you as Pharaoh. The Most High did that so that he can destroy you. He set you up as a great nation. He ain't getting ready to deal with no doggone wimp, although you are a wimp compared to the Most High. He gonna build you up and make you powerful, the greatest nation on earth. All right, the land of the free and the home of the brave. All right. Then he gonna tear that thing down. All right, because the prophet Malachi said, all right, that you said that they were gonna build, okay, but the Most High is gonna throw that thing down. All right, go ahead, Cap.
It says, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
All right, so he builds these nations up so he can throw them down for Israel's name's sake, so that his name can be declared in all of the earth. God. All right, that's what we got to understand. All right, let's listen to what this devil got to say. Go ahead and press play.
We're coming for you.
Are you effectively poised to declare war on Iran? That's very strong language.
I am poised to use military force to.
Rewind it just a little bit, because I don't think they saw that part. Rewind it to where he says America is coming for Iran.
In conjunction with Israel to knock Iran out of the oil business. Iran, if you escalate this war, we're coming for you.
Are you effectively poised to declare war on Iran? That's very strong language.
I am poised to use military force to destroy the source of funding for Hamas and Hezbollah.
No, that's Lindsey Graham. A few others in the Republican Party will be that open about their intentions, but very few disagree with him. Certainly not in private. They agree. So what would war with Iran?
Pause real quick. You see how Tucker Carlson says, all right, a lot of people agree with what Lindsey Graham got to say, but they ain't got the balls to say it. Right. Okay? They agree. All right? They agree. All right, that, hey, look, it's going to be a problem if doggone Iran step up in and help Hamas. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's going to be a problem for a greater reason. Okay? It's going to be a problem because the reason why a lot of the other Republicans and Democrats or people, in these political positions won't open their mouth, because they know if Iran get involved, we got to deal with Russia.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's what they know. Okay? So they keep their mouth closed. All right? So they keep their mouth closed. But go ahead and play.
Iran mean? Well, it's hard to know, because virtually no one who's talking about it in public is operating from a deep interest in America's interest. Is this good for us, or is it not? Former Colonel Douglas Macgregor is the CEO of Our Country, Our Choice, and one of the first people we turn to for analysis of events like this, because he is interested in what happens to the United States. He joins us now. Doug, thank you for coming on. Do you think that we are moving toward war with Iran?
Yes, I do. And it looks like the chosen destination is indeed Armageddon. There doesn't seem to be any real appreciation.
Now, what did Douglas Macgregor just say? What did he just say? He said, Tucker Carlson asked him, do it look like we going to war with Iran? Okay. And Macgregor says, yeah, it does look like we're going to go to war with Iran. Okay. And it look like it's getting ready to be Armageddon around here.
Right.
Okay. All right. So these devils are telling on themselves, man. Okay. They're telling on themselves. All right. They're not using any logic. Hey, continue to play the video. This is an interesting devil right here.
Moving toward war with Iran.
Yes, I do. And it looks like the chosen destination is indeed Armageddon. There doesn't seem to be any real appreciation for the implications for us and frankly, for Europe and the world, as well as the Middle East, of such action. Take for an example, just on the economic side, about 20% of the world's oil passes through the Straits of Hormuz every month. Probably 25% of liquefied natural gas. And you're talking about shutting down 2 to 3 million barrels a day of oil from Iran. This entire region is involved in the war. This is not an Iranian monopoly by any stretch of the imagination. But the point is that when we're looking at 10-year treasury yields up over 5.
Listen to what this devil is saying. Give me Psalms chapter 64 real quick. Give me Psalm 64. All right. Psalm 64 in verse 8. All right. Give me that.
Fine. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
He says what?
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
All right. They're going to make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. Okay. The devil just told you, all right, look at what's going on. All right. Everybody in this region, all right, has interest in this battle.
Right.
Okay. He just told you that. All right. And he's saying that the Americans are not thinking logically. They're not paying attention to any of this. Okay, that's the pride of their own hearts, and that's also the Most High hardening their hearts. Right. Okay, we understand Armageddon being the meeting place. Okay, the meeting place of the last battle. God, scriptures tell you that the Most High is going to bring. All right, in the last days, he's going to bring all these devils together. All right, after they get done with their warring, all right, with one another, he's going to bring them together. All right, to the valley of Yahweh-Shaphat. Okay, all right, Jehoshaphat. Right, he's going to bring them together. And there they're going to have to fight Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. God, this is all leading up to prophecy. All right, the devil tells you that the destination is Armageddon. Everybody in the region is involved. Okay, pay attention to this devil. Go ahead, Op.
5%, and people are increasingly convinced that the Fed has lost control. The economic side of the house is catastrophe. Then when you look at the military side, you have to look at the arsenal of missiles that Iran possesses. And they can reach out 1,200 miles with great precision, very high explosive conventional warheads that would do enormous damage, destroying whole city blocks in places like Haifa, Tel Aviv, even Jerusalem, though I doubt they would attack Jerusalem. The bottom line is that we need to think this through, and everyone right now is emoting. There is no thinking anywhere, as far as I can tell. The only possible exception may be, amazingly enough, Mr. Erdogan in Turkey, who came out this morning and indicated he was willing to mediate the dispute between Israel.
So pay attention to the devil. The devil's letting you know there's no logical thinking going on, okay? But the Most High, he doggone reserved you, devil. See, he reserved you to tell us what's really going on. All right? Everybody else, doggone, they in the doggone state of confusion. They doggone dark. But he making this devil's tongue to fall upon himself. Okay? All right? There is no logic in this thing. All right? You're outnumbered. All right, you don't understand that you're getting ready to put your country and Israel in a bigger bind. All right.
All right.
Israel ain't but this damn big. Okay. All right. Yeah. You know, when you look at the United States, all right, you look at, the Israelis, they got a lot of good technology. Okay. Superior air forces, this, that, and the third. But when you look at Iran, okay, look at Iran. You look at their Air Force, okay, it's definitely gotten better over the years. Okay, they've been, okay, a serious doggone, mechanized warrior to deal with, okay? All right, that's that doggone, head-to-head complex. You know what I mean? Out there, you know what I mean, in the desert, okay? They're doggone, they ready for that tank battle, all right? But we're talking about the missiles, though, okay? We're talking about these nuclear weapons, all right, that'll go out and touch everybody.
All right.
Okay? They'll touch everybody. That's what the doggone threat is. Okay? And that's why this devil right here, look at him, man. He in distraught.
Right.
Okay? He's scared for his life. Because he understands that this is the end. Why would he use the phrase Armageddon? Why? He's saying it's over with.
Yeah.
Y'all need to think logically. It's over with if you do this. We're gonna lose. That's what he's saying. We're gonna take that L. That's what he's saying.
That's right.
Okay. Go ahead and play the video.
Amazingly enough, Mr. Erdogan in Turkey, who came out this morning and indicated he was willing to mediate the dispute between Israel and Hamas. Whether or not anyone in Washington or Israel is interested in talking, I don't know. But if we could sideline Turkey and keep Turkey out of the fight, that would ultimately help Israel enormously.
So what would happen to the United States if we followed Senator Graham's advice and just began bombing critical infrastructure in Iran? Like what would happen then?
Well, all of the bases that we have in Iraq and Syria, unfortunately, where we still have over 1,000 Americans, all of those would be targeted. And this time, they would target them accurately, and this destruction would be wholesale. I would expect trouble here at home and in the United States because of the open border. Hezbollah has a very large operation in Mexico. There are no doubt many Hezbollah agents inside the United States.
You heard what he said.
They've been watching, Captain Israel. They have not been watching.
Right.
All right. We've been bringing this out. Look, he asked him about, Tucker asked him about the soldiers, okay? All right. And the civilians and the contractors that we have in that region right there, okay? Will they be at risk, right? Will they be at risk? Hell yeah.
Of
okay.
course.
All right. They already got some of them jokers captive right now. All right. Will they be at risk? Yes. Okay. Those doggone missiles will go out and touch them. All right. What did he say? 1,100 miles. Okay.
Right.
The missile can travel 1,100 miles, man. All right. And reach our bases over there in that area. Then, all right, not to mention, he's telling you, hey, look, hey, it ain't just over there. You ain't safe here either.
Right.
Okay. You ain't safe here neither. That's right there, Captain Jaquan, SOT Florida. All right, C4N been warning you because we brought out about two lessons about the border. Okay, the border being open. All right, and these doggone Captain Israel went into it distinctly about your enemies. All right, infiltrating your own land. Okay, he just told you that Hamas has training bases in Mexico. You don't think they over here? When you when you take Arab looking man and you take a Mexican man, right? All right, and you tie a bandana around his doggone head. All right. Sometimes Ishmael, all right. And hey, this ain't no knock to our I don't want nobody doggone coming for me, man. This ain't a knock to our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters, but I'm telling you, when you cover yourself up, I've dealt with, a lot of Arabs, okay? When they cover themselves up like that, it looks similar.
It's a lot on.
Go ahead, King.
It's just like, Judah, you cover us up and we get among these Hamites. You can't tell the difference between them and us. You know what I'm saying? We all got dark skin. Same thing, with Northern Kingdom. It's just they just look similar to them. You know what I'm saying? But what he just said was he said there's a lot of Hezbollah agents over here already. And see this is what he paying attention to, but they're not paying attention to the fact that when right now America is sending aid to Israel, sending aid to Ukraine. Now, once America is officially in the fight, they're not gonna be sending no aid because they're gonna need it for themselves. But that means that's gonna cut off whatever aid that Israel was getting. They're not gonna get it no more. And on top of that, when America go to fight, all these heathens already over here gonna go ahead and create war right here on American soil while America's all fighting. Yeah, you got the National Guards and all them and all this and that, but that's not gonna be enough to hold back the fight that they're gonna bring to American soil. That's not gonna be enough. You on mute, Ottawa?
Hey, Shalom, Captain Yara, all right, out there in the California. Hey, SOT Shalom says, hey, China's president is literally out in San Francisco causing ruckus right now. I haven't read up on that. Okay, I
seen something about that.
Okay,
I think I seen something about that.
Yeah. All right, and what Cap say? Cap say the foul funk will come out from them heathens real quick. You right?
God.
They stink. Okay, I'm talking about literally, not just in a doggone shady and shiesty way. No, them jokers stink, man. All of them. Okay.
Right.
Edomites might not smell like musk, but y'all smell like a damn wet chicken, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it is what it is, man. Okay, we've been telling y'all this, man. You're not safe. Okay?
Right.
What does scripture say? As soon as you get comfortable, all right, and they say peace and safety, here comes all hell, baby.
Right.
All right, it's going down. That's why you gotta be vigilant. Okay, you gotta be vigilant. You gotta be sober-minded. We're gonna get into that, all right, a little bit later. Okay, because it's getting ready to go down. Look at all of this chaos, man. All right, that's right, Captain. all right, their sins have reached the heavens. Look at all of this chaos that's going on out here, man. It's utter confusion in the land. This world is upside down, and you're really going to see that when we get into the reprobate of the week. Okay? Press play, King.
Hold on.
Hezbollah has a very large operation in Mexico. There are no doubt many, many, many Hezbollah agents inside the United States. We can only begin to imagine the kind of trouble they could cause. The missile and space program in Iran is very, very advanced, as is their cyber warfare capability. All of these things would be brought to bear against us. But what's most important, I think, for Americans to understand is if we attack Iran on the basis of Hezbollah's alleged willingness to attack Israel if Israel invades Gaza, we will end up in a fight with Russia. Russia will not sit by quietly and watch Iran destroyed by the United States air and naval power in the region. And once Russia enters this, it becomes much more than just a local conflict, maybe more than just a regional war. We haven't thought this through. We need to do that. And I doubt seriously at that point that the Turks would be able to stay out. The Turks are Sunni Muslims. They are the de facto leaders of the Sunni Muslim world. They have the largest armed forces in the region. They are in close proximity to Israel. They could move forces south through Syria very rapidly. And I'm sure Bashar al-Assad, assuming he even survives the opening of this campaign, would not obstruct them.
Hey,
so many questions, but just to...
Hey, you hear? Hey, you hear the colonel? Okay, he letting you know, hey, this is a mistake. All right. Not only can Iran reach out and touch you, if Russia gets involved in this thing, and he starts stuttering.
Yeah.
When he mentioned Russia, all right, and the complications that they bring to this conflict, man, he starts stuttering in this thing because he understands it's their demise. He understands that, man. Okay. All right, we starting to get into that Gog and Magog. He understands that. All right. And he wants to stay on top. Okay. Go back to Psalms chapter 64. We read verse 8. I want to get verse 7 real quick. Go back to Psalms chapter 6. We didn't read verse 7, right? We read verse 8.
Kind of one.
Read verse 7. I want to read down.
Kind of one. Psalms chapter 64 in verse
7.
But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
We got to understand. Now listen. The Most High, okay, does not have to leave his throne to do anything. Okay? The enemies of Israel, all right, are the sword. Okay? All of them are the sword. Okay? So we also got to understand that when we're looking through our forefathers' eyes, when they're seeing, all right, this prophecy, when they're seeing these visions that they're prophesying about, they can only write it, okay, in the matter in which they see. They don't know what a nuclear missile is. Okay? So when they see the vision, all right, it looks like a big old arrow, right? It looked like a big old arrow. Read that scripture again.
Kind of one. This is Psalms chapter 64 and verse 7. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded.
Right. Okay. He's gonna shoot at them with an arrow. Okay. All right. With the nuclear missile. Okay. Read.
So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Right.
All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the works of God. For they shall wisely consider of his doing.
God, read on.
The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him. and all the upright in heart show glory.
All right. So the righteous, all right, meaning the Israelites who are keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. In this day, all right, we're gonna have faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we're gonna be delivered and protected in this day. Okay. But the heathen, those who, hey, I'm not dealing with them Israelites. Y'all don't love everybody. Okay.
Right.
You know, I still want to, celebrate Turkey Day. I still want to doggone. I ain't giving up my Christmas. Okay. I ain't doing it. It's for the kids. You deal with my kids and tell them they ain't getting no present. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All of those who are like-minded, who are dealing with the doggone philosophies and doctrines of this world, all right, you, right along with the heathen, are going to be destroyed. Okay? You're going to be destroyed. That's what the scripture is saying. But it starts off talking about the pride of these devils. Go to verse 4. Read verse 4.
Verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
That they what?
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
Who are the perfect? All right. The perfect are the Israelites who are keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. That's that crafty counsel right there. Read.
Right. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Hey, and suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay.
Right.
They don't fear the Lord. Their pride has exalted them, man. All right. Their pride has exalted them. That's why they believe when you go to the book of Isaiah, okay, when you go to the book of Isaiah chapter 14, it tells you, okay, that he says he's going to be like the Most High.
Right.
All right. He's very prideful. Read on.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Read.
They commune of laying snares privily.
They want to lay out these doggone snares and trap in a very sneaky manner. Read on.
They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Who's going to see me? I got all this doggone technology. Even the Most High God can't even see me. That's how proud these devils are.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead, Cap.
It's a lot here, kind of one. Y'all got a precept for that. I'm gonna go to the book of Psalms, chapter 94, and verse 20.
I got y'all the one.
All right.
Come. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94, right? Verse 20.
Come.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
Keep going.
They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood.
That's that crafty counsel right there. What we just reading in Psalm 64. It says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They coming together and they encourage themselves in an evil matter. Read verse 22.
Verse 22. But the Lord is my refuge. But the Lord is my defense. And my God is the rock of my refuge.
That's why the precept says, if God be with us, who can be against us? You see what I'm saying? The Most High is our defense at the end of the day. They can plot all they want to. They like I don't know what I'm saying. This dude up here, he's shaking in his boots because he see what's about to take place. But then you got these other politicians and people in high places that's not really paying attention to what's really going on. They setting themselves up for failure. They about to be destroyed. But it's something else I want to point out. Back in Psalm 64 in verse let me see verse 9. It says, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God. Let's read verse 8. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. Like I the one brought out in Romans 9:17, where he said he's going to use Pharaoh to let me get to it. Let's get to Romans 9:17. Let's read it again.
Bring it out.
I don't want to say it wrong.
I got you.
Bring it out.
All right.
Con, this is Romans chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
So the Most High knew his name was going to be declared throughout the earth once he knew he destroyed Egypt, right? Let's go to Joshua 2. Joshua 2 and verse, let's go to verse 8. No, verse 9. Joshua 2 and 9.
I got it. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 2 and verse 9, and it reads, and she said unto the men, I know that Yahweh have given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you.
Keep reading.
For we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you. Salakia, let me put emphasis on that. For we have heard how Yahweh dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Cheyenne and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed.
See, this is Rahab. She said, yeah, we heard about all that. Everything that your God did for you, we heard about that. So what the Most High is doing right now is setting up America the same way that he set up Egypt. The same way he set up Egypt, he set up America the same way. So that his name could be declared once again. That's why it says that right here in Psalm 64 and 9. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. They're going to be like, listen, them people are not to be played with. Look at the God that they serve. The God they serve got they back. They are not to be played with. These are the children of Israel. That's why Hosea 1:11 says, man, I ain't gonna misquote it. Let me pull it real quick. Hosea 1:11. It says, then verse 10. It says at the bottom, it says, which cannot be measured nor numbered, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. He gonna make a believer out of these people. That's what he's gonna do.
Hey,
he gonna make these people into believers.
Hey, that's right, Doc. Hey, that's right. That's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna make a believer out of him, Doc.
That's
right. That. Okay. Hey, go to Exodus chapter 7. All right. Give me Exodus chapter 7. All right. And I want to go to verse 3 because look, we got to understand, hey, it's the Most High that got these devils so proud too. He's the one that got them proud. Just like this devil right here. He got this devil spilling the beans, okay, while you got jokers on the other side, okay, of the aisle, all right, talking in a very proud manner, okay. Lindsey Graham, you know what I mean? You got Lindsey Graham speaking one way, and you got the Colonel, right, speaking in another manner. All right, read Exodus chapter 7 and verse 3.
Con, this is the book of Exodus chapter 7 and verse 3. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt.
Now, the Most High said, I will harden Pharaoh's heart. Okay? Moses is going to do all these doggone miracles and show signs. All right. Bahashem Mashiach Yahweh. Okay? He's going to do all these signs, all right, in the name of the Lord, right?
Right.
Okay? Through the power of the Holy Spirit, right? Okay? And Pharaoh still ain't gonna let the Israelites go. He's hardening the hearts of these people, man. That's why Lindsey Graham, he using Lindsey Graham like a puppet, man. All right. Tell Iran, all right. Tell Iran, all right, that they better not get in this mess. All right. I'm gonna make you look like a fool, you doggone red devil. Tell him that. We're gonna make you outnumbered, okay? And put your back against the wall, right? And I'm gonna draw all of y'all down, okay, to Armageddon, as the Colonel said, right?
Right.
Give me Nehemiah 9 and 16. We're gonna get back to the Colonel. Read that.
Con, I got you. It's the book of Nehemiah, chapter 9 and verse 16. But they and our fathers dealt proudly and hardened their necks and harden not to thy commandments.
Okay.
Hearken not to thy commandments.
All right. Now, as Israelites, okay, we see us taking on, all right, the pattern, okay, of our enemies. This is where it leads us. You're going to get destroyed, Jake, if you don't get your act together.
That's right.
All right. Our ancestors, when you go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 7, it tells you that we bear, all right, the iniquity of those ancestors. Those ancestors, when Moses went up to talk to the Most High, they down there making an idol god out of gold earrings. All right, making a golden calf.
Right.
You got the only power on the earth that then showed you his power. He delivered you out of the hand of Egypt, out of the hand of Pharaoh. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're wicked behind, all right, still want to follow the other nations, and you still want to have idol gods. That's the mindset of a reprobate. That's the mindset of a heathen. That's the mindset of a dog. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where your dog gonna end up when you're not keeping the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, and you're not keeping yourself sober-minded. Okay? All right. Go ahead and play the video.
Back up one click. You described Iran's missile arsenal, but Iran is a country that's been the subject of a very intense sanction regime from the United States, increased by the last president, Donald Trump. But for a long time, how is Iran still such a powerful country militarily given those sanctions? It sounds like maybe they didn't work.
Oh, no, I think that's an important point, Tucker, and you're absolutely right. We place so much value on these sanctions and assume that they have this profound impact. Normally, sanctions harm the population in terms of lowering its standard of living, making life more difficult for the everyday citizen, but it doesn't fundamentally alter the policy or the goals and objectives of the government. And this is something that I don't think we understand. And the same thing is true for Hamas and Gaza. You know, you want to go after Hamas. You want to destroy it. I think everyone with a sound mind is interested in the destruction of Hamas. But do you want to kill hundreds of thousands of people in order to get at Hamas? That's the question. We have the same problem in Iran. Our sanctions have not harmed the regime's ability.
All right, so hey, you normally, I mean, you notice the word that he's using, sanctions. Okay. A lot of y'all got hip to sanctions when Obama was in office because that was his doggone trigger. He talked tough, and whenever somebody wanted to attack, you know, the Americans, all right, or our allies, he always imposed sanctions on them. But what are sanctions, man? All right, what are sanctions? Listen, sanctions are not you sending doggone fighter jets, okay, all right, over, all right, to another doggone land and bombing them. No. All right. They are policies, okay, that affect, you know, the way of life, all right, in the economy, all right, and things of such. Like when I look at the Department of State, the U.S. Department of State sanction on Russia, right? All right, they imposed 100 sanctions on Russia, all right, on the 2nd of November, all right, and these sanctions affect the future entity production and revenue, metals, mining sector, defense procurement, all right, things of that nature, okay? So they're really threats, okay, and you know, eliminating certain trade regulations, all right, and you're not going to give them as much support as you did in the past. Don't nobody care nothing about your sanctions,
Right.
Okay. As a matter of fact, all right, that's when you look at Russia, China, and Iran, okay, those three of our doggone major enemies, all of them have imposed sanctions on the U.S. Look it up. They've imposed sanctions on the U.S. All right.
Right.
Our trade, you know, relationship with China has gone real south. Man, you can't even find no doggone perch in the store. I gotta go to doggone to the Moabites. I gotta go to the Moabites to give me some perch, man. I love perch fish, man. Okay, but I can only find it with the Moabites, the Asian market. You know what I mean? You used to be Walmart. Okay. But this is the type of stuff, all right, that will infect, all right, a nation when it comes to sanctions. Don't nobody care nothing about that.
Right.
All right. And this and you heard, and I want you to rewind it just a little bit. The devil, he telling the truth. I want you to rewind it a little bit. He's saying, hey, y'all think these sanctions mean something, but they doing very little. Hey, play that.
You want to kill hundreds of thousands of people in order to get at Hamas? That's the question. We have the same problem in Iran. Our sanctions have not harmed the regime's ability to develop and build very, very complex and sophisticated missiles. These missiles are very accurate now. There are hundreds, if not thousands.
With missiles. Sanctions ain't got nothing to do with building them missiles out.
Right.
All right. You still gonna get destroyed.
Right.
That's what the colonel telling you. Play on.
And the long-range missiles, the 1,200-mile range theater ballistic missiles, are a very serious threat to us in the region and to Israel. And the sanctions have had no impact there. If anything, the Iranians have pulled together the best human capital in their country, the best engineers, the best thinkers, and put them to work primarily on missile technology and on cyber warfare. And that's where we stand right now. We have to expect the worst as a result if we strike Iran.
How is the U.S. military, do you think, having spent your life in it, leading troops in combat and at the Pentagon, positioned to respond to war with Iran right now? Are we in a strong position or not, in your view?
No, I don't think we're in a strong position. I think we're probably at the weakest point in our recent history. I think you've got to look at the realities of new weapon systems, new capabilities. The United States Navy, if it's going to preserve its capability at sea, is probably going to be compelled to operate somewheres north and west of Sicily. If it comes within closer range, then it falls into this envelope where the Iranians can strike it. And as I said before, we have to assume the Russians will come into this. Once you move into the Eastern Mediterranean, you are vulnerable to the Kinshal missiles and other missiles, cruise missiles and hypersonic missiles that the Russians have. This makes it very difficult to fly strikes in support of the Israeli Defense Force against Hezbollah, because now you're flying a very long distance. You deliver your ordnance, you have to land in Israel in order to refuel. Israel is going to operate under a hail, if not a rainstorm, of missiles and rockets, making it very, very dangerous to do so. So our naval power, while substantial, may not have the desired impact on the ground that we would like. And then finally, we have no real army anymore. The army is down to perhaps, 450,000.
You trying to say something, Ottawa?
I was, and when I get done, just go back to the part where he's talking about the army, okay? You hear the colonel.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what Captain Yaquar posted. The U.S. is weak. All right. While he was speaking, Captain Yaquar posted, damn. Okay. Because what we do is we tune in to these doggone fake news networks. Okay. We tune into them and we literally believe what they're saying. Okay. You literally think you got the strongest doggone and most, grandest force on the planet. No, you've been weakened. Okay. You've been weakened and you're outnumbered. All right. And Lindsey Graham don't even understand that. He better listen to the colonel. All right. He better listen to the colonel. Get Psalms chapter 94 real quick in verse 2. All right. Get Psalms 94 and verse 2. It's the way they speak. It's the loftiness of their tongue, man. How proud they are. That's what got you believing that these devils is still the cream of the crop. But the scriptures say something else. I have made you small amongst the heathen, and you are greatly despised. The scripture even tell you a little bit later, if you continue to read, they all gonna turn their back on you. And when you go to the book of Revelation chapter 18, it tells you your demise. All these jokers gonna look back at your smoke, okay? They're gonna look back at the U.S., all right, pulverized, and say, damn, all right, Babylon the Great, all right, is no more. Read that.
Con, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 2. Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Render a reward to the proud.
Render a reward unto the proud. All right. Render a reward to all these doggone lofty devils. Read on.
Lord, how long shall the wicked triumph?
I know that your judgments are going to come to pass, power. Okay? I know they are, Father. All right? Annihilate these devils. Okay? Right. They're weak. All right? We coming back to this truth, man. Your time is up, Esau. Your time is up, Elam. Your time is up, Ham. It's over.
Right.
All right? That's right. Eve need to get in order. She need to get in order. We don't want to look. We don't want to see our sisters, you know what I mean, lost in this mess. You better get in order because it's coming. We see the signs. Brothers is telling you the truth. That's why we sitting here. That's why Captain Israel is sitting here. That's why I'm sitting here. That's why the brother Mathania is sitting here. All right, to warn you, destruction is coming, and your doggone lover is telling you too. He telling you. Listen to him. Listen to your lover. He told you the U.S. is weak.
Right.
That's right. The white man is your lover, Eve. Okay? He telling you the truth. The one that doggone gave you a raise that you know you didn't deserve over that doggone brother. Okay? The one that gave you your doggone welfare. All right? The one that gave you your food stamps. The one that gave you your Section 8. He telling you the truth. Wake up and get in order. All right? Wake up and we care about you. That's why we warning you. Okay, read on.
Verse 4. How long shall they utter and speak hard things?
How long are we gonna let these jokers run their damn mouth, man? Tired of this mess, man. Okay? Ain't no doggone home of the brave, land of the free. You getting ready to be our captives. Okay?
Right.
You get ready to work for free. All right? That's what you getting ready to do. Work for free. All right, read.
And all the workers of iniquity boast themselves.
Right.
They break in pieces thy people.
They do what?
They break in pieces thy people.
And that's exactly why, all right, you're going to go into captivity for the transgressions against Jacob. All right? Because you took it too far. All right, you could have had us in captivity for 7 years and left us alone.
Right.
But you went too far. All right, continue playing the video. Hey, but you took it back to the part where he's talking about the army, right?
Kind of want.
Dangerous to do so. So our naval.
I'm sorry, King.
What'd you say, Otto?
I thought the brother Mathania was speaking.
Oh, no, I don't.
Hey,
power. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good, Otto? What you about to say?
That was the video. And what I was saying is you got to understand the army, that's your ground forces. Those are the ones who are on the ground actually, fighting, you know what I mean? Up close and personal with the enemy, okay? I'm not saying that the Air Force do their thing, okay? The Navy, they also shoot, all right, missiles and rockets and cannons from afar as well, okay? Mm-hmm. But when you look at the Army, you look at the Marines, these are your forces that are on the ground. Listen to what he says about it.
Substantial may not have the desired impact on the ground that we would like. And then finally, we have no real army anymore. The army is down to perhaps, 450,000. How much of that is ready to fight is open to debate. Much of it is sitting in Eastern Europe right now. We don't have the means to rapidly ship a large force of 80 to 100,000 troops on the ground into the region, which means that we're reliant on special forces and right now 2,000 Marines and perhaps 2,000 special forces and special operations forces. That's not going to make much of a dent. And as we've seen quite recently within the last 24 hours or so, some of our special ops forces and Israeli special ops forces went into Gaza to reconnoiter, to plan for where they might want to go to free hostages and make an impact. And they were shot to pieces and took heavy losses, as I understand it. I think that's where we're headed. And I don't see that as a win for Israel in any way, shape, or form, and I certainly think it's very dangerous for us. You know, as I've tried to point out to a number of people, until Britain entered World War I, it was just another European war. Once Britain entered it, it became a global war. Well, once we are a co-belligerent, we enter this thing, it's going to be very difficult for Russia and Turkey not to also come into this fight against us, because they will not tolerate the sort of collective punishment that Israel plans for Gaza.
Hey, you heard,
the U.S. military.
Hey, you heard him. You heard him live and direct. He said they're not going to tolerate, all right, if you doggone move, all right, on doggone Iran, all right, or if you annihilate Hamas, they're not going to stand there, all right, and watch it happen. That's what Russia said. That's Salaki. That's what the colonel, all right, is saying, all right, from Russia's standpoint, because he knows they're going to move, all right, if Iran gets involved. Okay. Hey, this is a lot to think about right here, man. All right. You heard the pride of Lindsey Graham. All right. Iran, if you get involved in this thing, we're coming for you. Who the hell are you? Your forces are weak and ain't nobody scared of you no more.
Right.
Doggone North Korea showing you that they testing their thing doggone once a month.
Right.
Okay. Hey, it's getting real out here, man. It's getting real in the field. Is that the end of the video? Or we got more?
It's a lot more.
Hey, go ahead and play.
The military does have an awful lot of generals, however, as you pointed out, multiples of the number we had, the absolute number we had during World War II. And they're paid to think about this stuff. Why has it dawned on no one, apparently, who's spoken publicly anyway, that this could really harm our country gravely? Why is no one saying that?
Well, I'm sure there are people in the U.S. military who are aware, but let's be frank. Most of the people at the top of the military have never operated under artillery fire or rocket fire. They haven't seen direct fire combat. They haven't seen real war per se. Remember, we've had the luxury of sitting around forward operating bases and striking opponents that were armed with AK-47s and command detonated mines, an occasional mortar or rocket. Very, very low intensity combat. This is a high-end conventional war that we're looking at with the potential to go nuclear, which obviously I don't think we or the Russians want to happen, but we have the wild card in Israel. They do have a nuclear capability. We don't know what the tripwire is for them to employ such a weapon. At that point, of course, all bets are off, and I think most of the world would turn against Israel. Right now, they just have to worry about the Muslim world against them. It would certainly widen if they went that far. There are too many unknowns and uncertainties here. And, you know, everyone...
Hey, you heard the colonel. That's another thing that we brought out. We brought that out about 2 weeks ago. All right. This conflict it's not about doggone politics. All right. And all that mess that you hear, all right, on fake news networks, man. That's not what it's about. It's about it's so-called religion and their beliefs and their history. All right. They've been fighting for years. This is a doggone Israeli versus Muslim war. And when you look at the map, you go to the northeast corner of Africa and you see a speck on it. You see a speck on it, and that's so-called the Israelis' ground. They over there in the wrong land. They over there in our land, right? But when you look at doggone everything else around it, it's majority Muslim country.
Wow.
And that's why the U.S., all right, has to gear up, okay, and protect its and Great Britain's asset over there. Because Great Britain, which is the father of America, is the ones who set up Israel in that land, all right, in the 1940s. Con? Okay? All right? It's a very small doggone piece of land compared to all those Muslim countries. You heard what he said. All of the Muslim countries are against Israel right now. Con? Not the real Israel. Those doggone fake devils over there.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and play on.
One always assumes at the beginning of such a conflict, well, it'll be contained. We'll only have to fight these people, Hamas, maybe Hezbollah. It never works out that way. These things always last longer than everyone thinks. The resources required are much more profound than what we anticipated. And remember, we've already used up many of our war stocks in Ukraine, and we've left Ukraine in a state of ruins, places on life support, 500,000 dead. What are we going to do to Israel if we press ahead down this road? And it seems, listening to Secretary of State Blinken this morning, who more and more sounds like our commander-in-chief, that there is no room for negotiation, no room for mediation. Hamas must be destroyed. We must go into Gaza. If so, I think we're on this very dangerous road to Armageddon.
All right. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay. So the pride of our enemies, okay? The pride of our enemies is going to get their doggone butts kicked. Okay? The pride of our enemies is going to get them destroyed. God?
Right. Salakia.
Go ahead, King.
I just wanted to bring out a few precepts on that, on all that Armageddon.
Go ahead, King.
Let's pull 2 Peter 3:10 real quick. Let's see, the Most High, you know, like I said before, you got to make an example out of these people, and he gonna make them into a believer. Let's pull that real quick.
You ready for it?
Yeah, kind of
one. So this is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Stop right there. So it says the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. It's gonna catch everyone slipping. Then right now we don't know the exact day that it's gonna happen, but we know about around the time it's gonna happen because we're talking about it right now. It's evident, it's soon, because we keeping up with what's going on in scripture, and we keeping up with what's going on in the world. The children of Israel that are in the truth is keeping up with what's going on. Everybody else dumbfounded. Every time I talk to somebody about this topic right here that ain't in the truth, they be like, "Oh, we got the strongest army in the world." They just they gonna get caught slipping, right? Keep going.
Shall be but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
This is the day of the Lord that is talking about, right? But pull Zephaniah 1:8. What is the day of the Lord called? What does the day of the Lord consist of? What is this? What is that? What is that about? What is the day of the Lord actually?
Bring it out.
This is the book of Zephaniah. This is Zephaniah.
Yep.
This book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, right? And verse 8. It's like, hey, sticking together.
You good?
So this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1
and verse 8.
It reads, and it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
Stop right there. The day of the Lord's sacrifice is the day of the Lord, right? So I'm gonna read Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the blood cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. There has to be a sacrifice.
Right.
There has to be a sacrifice. That's why the land cannot be cleansed but by shedding their blood. So the day of the Lord is the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
Right.
It's going to be bloodshed. Let's go back to 2 Peter 3:10.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. All right. All right. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
He got to destroy these bastards. He got to make a sacrifice out of him, right? Let's go to Zechariah 14:12.
This is the book of Zechariah. All right, chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
This is the day of the Lord's sacrifice. This is what's going to be happening. When they drop them missiles, this is what's going down. If you ain't right with God, you're not keeping these commandments, that's going to be you that is talking about. Your eyes going to consume out your head, and your tongue going to burn out your mouth, all that type of stuff. That's going to be you if you don't get it together. This is the day of the Lord's sacrifice that it's talking about, right? All right, let's go to verse 16.
Salakia. Verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which come against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
It says everybody's left. We're going to have them serving God. We're going to have them keeping God's commandments. What was Adam's job in the Garden of Eden? To keep the garden.
That's right.
That was his job, to keep the garden. I think that's Genesis 2:25, if I'm not mistaken. His job was to keep the garden, meaning to teach the other nations how to obey God's commandments. That's what that means when it says we are the light of the world. We are the salt of the earth. We're going to teach everybody how to obey God's commandments when we are in rulership. It says those that are left, right? Let me see. I think I got let me see. I'll go to Exodus 9:1. Go to Exodus 9:1. So it said back then in Zechariah 14:16. While you looking for that, Zechariah 14:16, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King Yahweh of hosts and keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Right? So we're gonna be making them keep God's commandments. You see what I'm saying? But see, just like read that real quick, and then I'm gonna elaborate on that.
This is Exodus 9:1. Then the Lord said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh and tell him, thus said the Lord God of the Hebrews, let my people go that they may serve me.
He said, let my people go out your land so they can come serve me. Right? That's about to happen again. We just read this in Zechariah 14:16. When the people that's left, we're going to make them come serve our God when we come out the land. God got to destroy this land, just like we was in Egypt. He got to destroy this land. We got to come up out of here, and we got to go back home.
That's right.
It's a full circle.
That's right.
When Adam was in the garden, he taught everybody the commandments. It's going to go back to that. We're going to teach everybody the commandments. We're going to be in rulership.
It's full circle. And you absolutely right. That's the perfect analogy. You know what I mean? I like to bring that full scale too. You know what I'm saying? That's what this thing is. All right. That's why Yahweh Shai is called the second Adam.
Right.
All right. That's why this is called. That's why this is going to be called the second Exodus. Okay, because Yahweh Shai is going to come get his people from the hands, all right, of our enemies. Okay, he's right. He likens his judgment unto a rain. All right, you're right. All right, full circle. All right, full circle. It's going to come back around. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. Right? Okay. All right. Hey, Cap. Hey, we ready to move on to the next topic? Because I told you that thing was going to doggone. Hey, all praises to the Most High. All right. But I really wanted to get in on that. Okay. All right. But hey, look, give me that picture. Okay. Give me that next picture. Give me the picture of the sister. All right. With the all right, we got to talk about this. The next topic. All right. Put the damn weed down. Okay. And it's the perfect segue. How the hell go to a Mathanya? Get me the book of don't know if I want to go to John or if I want to go to Genesis. Give me Genesis. Give me Genesis chapter 1 and give me verse 3. Okay? Give me Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3.
Kind of one. This the book of Genesis. This is the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And Yahweh said, let there be light.
He said, what?
Let there be light.
Read verse 2.
Verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
And darkness was upon the face of the deep. All right. Darkness represents confusion, people. That's what we got to understand. It's dark. You can't see anything. You can't comprehend anything. Read on. Read verse 3.
Verse 3. And Yahweh said, let there be light.
Uh-huh.
And there was light.
And there was light. Okay. Read.
And God saw the light, that it was good.
Uh-huh.
And God divided the light from the darkness.
He did what?
And God divided the light from the darkness.
Now that light, all right, represents the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. It's the word of God. That is Yahweh Shai. All right. The light is the word. Okay. So the light is separated from darkness. The word is separated from confusion. Read on.
And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
Read.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
And the evening and the morning were the first day. Okay. All right. So we got to understand the Most High made a distinct difference from confusion and understanding. All right. That's the point I want to make. All right. So we got to be sober minded. Okay. We have to be sober minded out here. How are you going to be sober minded and how are you going to be a true watchman if you're getting high?
Right.
Okay. Everybody knows that any drug is going to alter your judgment. Okay. Any drug is going to doggone alter your doggone understanding. That's what drugs do. All right. They alter your understanding. Got it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I got a story right here. All right. I got a mother of a 6-year-old boy, all right, who shoots his teacher. Okay. And the mother gets 21 months for marijuana use while owning a gun. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this article real quick. Give me just a second. All right. All right. On Wednesday, a federal judge sentenced Deja Taylor, a 26-year-old Virginia woman whose 6-year-old son used her pistol to shoot a teacher last January, to 21 months in prison for owning a gun while using marijuana. Okay. In June, Taylor pleaded guilty to violating 18 USC 1922, all right, which makes it a felony punishable by 15 years in prison. All right. Unlawful user of a controlled substance to possess a firearm. She also admitted that she falsely denied drug use on the form she filled out when she brought the pistol, a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. So this woman is being punished because her son goes to school, right? Mm-hmm. And doggone shoots his own teacher. Okay. He shoots his own teacher. All right. You know, and she's being doggone charged because they went and investigated her home. All right. They found marijuana. All right. And a gun is involved. So they're saying it's a lack. Okay. There's a lack of care there. And it's absolutely a lack of care. All right. Go to the book of give me Sirach real quick. Okay. As a matter of fact, no, give me Psalms. Give me Psalms chapter 104. All right. Give me Psalms chapter 104. Okay. We gotta understand something. Now look. All right, you can say what you want to say. Hey, you know, it may not have been the weed. All right, this, that, and the third. But I see a whole lot I see a whole lot wrong with this situation. Cat, play that video real quick.
The video.
Video.
To the next video.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
You got Psalms 104 there, King?
Kind of one.
All right, play the video.
All right. Hold on.
And I'm a civil.
Dang, this is right here.
That's it.
You sure? I thought the other one was it.
Yeah. Play the other one, man. That's the other one.
Yes.
3 involving the shooting of a local elementary teacher. We're learning through court documents that have been sealed for months about the 6-year-old who Newport News police say shot his first grade teacher. Our News 3 reporter Kelsey Jones went through those documents and shares what she learned.
Through these documents, I learned that after the gunfire here at Rich Neck Elementary, that the school's reading specialist restrained the 6-year-old until police got to the school. And through these documents, it says that the 6-year-old made comments like, "I shot that bee dead, and I got my mom's gun last night." The afternoon of January 6th at Rich Neck Elementary will forever impact our community. That's where police say a 6-year-old shot his first grade teacher, Abby Werner. Through months-long sealed court documents, I learned exactly what happened as the class came back from recess into the classroom. Records reveal Werner told police that's when the 6-year-old stood beside his desk, pulled out his gun from his jacket pocket, and shot her. Amy Kovac, a Rich Neck reading specialist, heard a gunshot and ran into the classroom, holding the 6-year-old until police got to the school. In these documents, you can see the first grader made comments to Kovac saying, "I did it. I shot that bee dead, and I got my mom's gun last night." Court papers show Deja Taylor, the 6-year-old's mom, told police that she normally either puts her gun in her purse with a trigger lock in place or in a lockbox. But on the morning of January 6th, she says that her gun was in her handbag with the trigger lock in place and her bag was on top of her dresser. This shooting made national news, but these documents reveal that the first grader has had past disciplinary incidents that were reported to school administration. Several of these incidents have involved threats of violence and physical violence, including choking a former NNPS teacher who's now retired until she couldn't breathe. I did reach out to Newport News schools to get their side of the story, but they were unable to comment due to the federal law of FERPA. That's the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act that prevents schools from releasing info on a student without their consent or the parent's permission, which in this case we have not heard from Deja Taylor since the shooting. Now, I did reach out to the attorney representing the 6-year-old's family, where the mom is facing federal gun and drug charges.
3.
All right, so, hey, you see what's going on, okay? All right, so this woman's she's locked up, all right, for mishandling her child. Now, I saw a few comments, all right, in the chat. Damn, 6 years old from Warrior Micah Allah. All right, the brother Shalimar say, where's the father? All my same sentiments, okay? All right, the world is upside down. You got a sister trying to doggone raise a boy alone, okay? Go to the book of Titus, chapter 2. All right. Give me Titus chapter 2. All right. Give me Titus chapter 2. Pay attention to the Most High. Okay. Because he's artful with this thing. All right. And if you just read through words, you'll miss it. He's very masterful. Okay. Give me Titus chapter 2. Start at verse 1.
Kind of one. This is the book of Titus chapter 2, verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
Which become what?
Which become sound doctrine.
Sound doctrine. Read.
That the aged men be sober.
Read on.
That the aged men be sober.
Uh-huh.
Grave. Temperate. Sound in faith. In charity, in patience.
Read verse 3.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
That they be in behavior that becometh holiness, which means separate, not like the world. Read.
not false accusers.
Read.
Not giving too much wine.
Not giving what?
Too much wine.
All right, they can't be drunk, right? Read on.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. Read.
That they may teach the young women
that they may
teach the young women to be sober.
That they may teach who?
The young women.
Little boys.
The young women.
Young men.
The young women.
See, some of y'all ain't never caught that before. He's masterful. He doesn't miss a beat. He does not miss a beat. All right. He never intended for the household to be broken, because that man is supposed to be showing that young boy, all right, and setting the example for that young man. He's supposed to be setting the example for that young man to follow. Read that part again.
That they may teach the young women to be sober.
To be sober, not sitting up there blazing doggone blunts. And she probably was doggone blazing blunts right there with him in his face. The kid probably catching the contact. What the hell he doing bringing the doggone gun to school?
Right.
And you want to give an excuse. If y'all paid attention, see, I let that thing play all the way through because I wanted you to hear it thoroughly. Oh, I left my purse. You know, I put my gun in my purse and I forgot to put it away. I would be embarrassed to say some mess like that. All right. But she high. All right. But she's high. It alters your judgment and it alters your thinking. All right. She's supposed to be teaching young women to love their husbands. She's supposed to be teaching the young woman to be a homemaker. All right. Yes, she teaches the children to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, but she can't teach no boy to be a man. All right. And that's why this thing is off. That's why it's off. Okay. We gotta be sober. All right. We gotta be vigilant. That's why the very first thing, Captain Yaquab, young brother, man, but he got wisdom. Captain Yaquab comes on the doggone scene and posts, all right, sisters, get in order. When he hears World War III is on the horizon, that's why. Because it's lacking. Get me 1 Peter 5 and 8.
Already there.
Because he already there. That's the spirit. He's already there. All right. Hey, Cap, you get 2 Corinthians chapter 2, King. All right, give me that. 1 Peter 5 and 8.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober. Be vigilant.
Right?
Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
See, if you're high, you can't be circumspect. All right? Your judgment is off. You're not going to get it right. Okay? You're going to doggone leave your doggone gun out there on the doggone dresser where your son can get it. All right? So he can get mad at his teacher, take it to school, and shoot her. All right? And now you in jail. That's not logical thinking. Okay? The devil got a hold, put a spirit on your son. Okay? This is what happens right here. When we not thinking logically, when we getting high. It don't make you smarter. It don't. When you look at if a sober person is looking at a doggone high person, all right, what they look like? Slow motion.
Right.
They look slow motion,
right.
Okay. You don't look smart from the outside looking in. All right. You feel that way when you're intoxicated because it's altering your damn judgment and it's making you think that you're doggone smart. That's Satan and his devices. This witchcraft.
Right.
You got to understand that thing, man. Okay. Get me 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. You cannot give Satan the advantage. And that's what you do. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and 16. King. Read that.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices.
See, when we doggone get high, we give Satan the advantage over us. Okay? See, when we're not high and we're dealing with the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, we're hip to Satan and his devices. We can fight him, man. Okay? We can see him coming a mile away. But you give yourself a disadvantage when you blazing, man. You got to put that thing down. You're not going to doggone come all the way into this thing, all right? And you're not going to grow in this truth if you still smoking. A lot of our brothers and sisters is still blazing, and we see you because you're dusty. All right? You dusty. Come on, man. I grew up on the block. I see that thing. You can't fool me. Doggone lips, dog. You get the look. When a brother and sister doggone smoke for a while, we know these things. You know, your lips get a little black, but if you stop, they heal a little bit. Okay? Your skin becomes a little bit clearer and shit. Excuse my language. Okay? But I see you. Okay? Brothers is dusty. All right? Read that again. 2 Corinthians 2:11.
It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. For we are not ignorant of his devices.
But we are not ignorant, all right, of his devices. Okay? We got to doggone clean our acts up, man, because it's throwing our doggone judgment off. All right? Our kids going to school killing the teacher. And then he was, hey, Cap, all right, then he was doggone, he was hardcore about it. He said, hey, I shot that bee dead. He didn't kill her. She was an Edomite. Okay. He didn't kill her, but he shot her in the hand. But look, why he's saying that though? Why he's saying that? Why he talking like that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she got shot in the hand?
Yeah. He hit her in the hand. Okay. But he still shot her though.
Right.
Okay. And that landed mama, okay, in jail. So hey, let's get into it, okay? Let's give it to it. Now get me Psalms chapter 104. Give me Psalms 104. I want you to go to verse 14. Okay, let's get into it because we got a lot of brothers and sisters out here, and I'm expecting jokers to come in the chat. You can go ahead and do it if you want to. You know, we can talk about it, okay? It's fine. Okay, because we got a lot of brothers and sisters that think it's lawful for them to smoke weed, and they're in the truth. And the reason why you thinking that way is because you breaking the law. You're not going to come into the understanding, all right, of the fact that you can't smoke until you stop. Give me Psalm 104 and read verse 14.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104 in verse 14. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man.
Now he causes the grass to grow for the cattle to eat, okay, and herb for the service of man. All right. Now, what service of man? Read on. Hey, King, can you hear me? I think he froze a little bit. He all right. Hey, start back, okay?
Hey,
go ahead and read.
I'll read. What was that verse? What? 14?
Yeah, go to 14.
He causes the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth.
Now, that he may do what?
Bring forth food out of the earth.
That he may bring forth food out of the earth. He even brought forth food for the cattle. He made the grass grow so the cows, all right, you know what I mean? And the sheep and the goats can eat the grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's for the service of man. He made the herb for the service of man. He made it for food.
That's right.
Right? That it may bring forth food out of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you see that semicolon right there, King?
All
right. He masterful. I'm telling y'all, he masterful. Read it again, Cap. Let Mathania read it. Read it again.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 104 and verse 14. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man.
Right?
That he may bring forth food out of the earth.
Look at that semicolon. Read on.
And wine that maketh glad the heart of man.
Hey, he made the wine to doggone make you feel good. Hey, the Most High masterful. He's masterful. He brought the herb, all right, to feed you and to give you medicines, all right, not to get high. So he put that doggone semicolon in there and let you know, hey, this ain't to get high. Hey, the wine y'all don't see the Most High masterful. You gotta pay attention, man. And the wine that maketh glad the heart of man. All right. He gave us these herbs, all right, for food, and he gave it to us for medicine to consume, all right, by way of, and taking it through your mouth, not by smoking it, man. Okay, we got to use common sense. All right, if we smoke anything, it's gonna tear our lungs up, man. It's gonna mess our bodies up. Give me that in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16, and then Cap, go to Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29, King.
One. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
He said what?
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Know ye not that your body is the temple of God? Okay, you might have to pick up the reading there, Cap. Your body is the temple of God. Okay, so the Most High, all right, dwells in a clean temple. You got to be keeping the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. All right, if you doggone blazing up and you defiling your temple, all right, meaning that you're destroying what He brought forth. You're destroying what He brought forth. We're gonna bring that out. You're destroying what He brought forth. All right, as food and as medicine. You're defiling it. Okay. So you got to doggone bring to your body clean things, okay? All right? Doctrine, good sound doctrine, all right? And clean foods. He even tell you what foods are clean to put in your body and what's unclean. We got the doggone, we got it right here. This is the blueprint. This is the blueprint. God?
God.
All right, read on.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
The Spirit of God dwelleth in you. Read.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Him shall God destroy. Why? Because He told you what was clean and He told you what was not clean. All right. So if you do anything else other than that, if you defile the temple, it's sin. And the wages of sin is death. So He's going to destroy you if you blazing up. If you popping them pills. Because that ain't natural no damn way. And it's altering your understanding and your judgment. Con?
Okay.
All right. Cap, I told you to get Genesis 1, right?
1 and 29.
Genesis 1 and 29. And Mathanya, you go to Sirach 38. I want you to go to Sirach chapter 38. Sirach, hey, we might even start at 1 on that. If you don't know, if you haven't read Sirach 38, it's an excellent. I love Sirach anyway. Matter of fact, they try to call the Sons of Thunder Sirachalites. All right, but Sirach, hey, he uses a lot of wisdom in the same manner in which Solomon does. He's spitting out them doggone proverbs and wisdom, man. All right, I love that, brother. But Sirach 38 goes into, it starts off talking about the physician, all right, and how the physician, all right, is set up to doggone care for you, right? So give me that in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29. Read that.
This book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 29. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
So look, you'll get scoffers that go to this scripture right here and try to prove their point. I've given you every herb bearing seed. Okay. They'll go here and try to prove their point. The Most High gave it to me. Hey, the weed come from the ground. Read.
To you it shall be for meat.
Read that again.
To you it shall be for meat.
To you it shall be for meat. Okay. Meat. So you consume it, you eat it. Okay. You can take marijuana, man. All right. And you can make a tea out of it. All right. You can take marijuana. You can put it in your food. Right. It can be used as a medicine. Understand? But when you roll that thing up and you smoke it, look, give me that in Sirach chapter 38.
Con, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 1.
Read verse 4.
Verse 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth.
He did what?
Created medicines out of the earth.
Read on.
And he that is wise will not abhor them.
And he that is wise will not abhor them. How do you abhor the medicines of the earth? You can abhor it by burning it up. It wasn't meant to be that way. It wasn't meant to be consumed that way. It's meant to be eaten. You can make a tea out of it. You can put it in your food. Smoke. You sitting up here wondering why you got all these doggone health issues. All right, coughing up that doggone flame. Hey, I used to be there. All right, trust me, all of us used to be there. We used to be there. Right. Choking on that thing, man. Okay, doggone, and it tore us up. But now we're clean. All right, we ain't one of them camps that believe in that. You can't smoke. Okay, right. We clean brothers now. All right, and it's self-explanatory. You look at an X-ray. I say this all the time. You look at an X-ray of a person that smokes. It doesn't matter. Hey, it trips me out when a person say, "Hey, you know, don't smoke them cigarettes and them Black and Milds, man. They hit the herbs." Look at a person lungs who smoke weed.
Look just as bad.
It's gonna be just as bad, ain't it? It's gonna be just as bad, man. It don't make no sense. This is the doggone logic that the world is giving you. This is how off you is. You don't even understand that 1 + 1 is 2. It's doggone altering your judgment, man. That's what doggone weed does. Right. Okay, that's what it does. Okay, it throws you off. All right, the Lord created medicines out of the earth. Right? When you think about fruit, okay. I was talking to the brother Yakaria. I was talking to the brother Yakaria's father. Okay, Yakaria's father. You know, we was talking about herbs. I like to take. I use a lot of herbs. Okay, and he was talking to me about the fruit. You know what I mean? You know that fruit. The fruit cleanses the body. It's real simple. Fruit cleanses your body. It makes you clean. Vegetables strengthen the body. That's what the Most High gave us, man. That's why when you look at a gorilla, okay, a gorilla the strongest animal in the jungle, man. Right? Because all he eat is green. Understand? Okay, and I ain't on that doggone vegan train. Mike, I ain't on that vegan train. Okay, I like meat. I like to deal with a balance. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Okay, not saying there's anything wrong with being a vegan, this, that, and the third, but I like to have a balance. Okay, all right, but it makes you strong. Okay, because that fruit is cleansing you while the vegetables are making you. Y'all get it's real simple, man. Mm-hmm. That's how we take care of ourselves. And the Most High gave us the blueprint. Don't eat no pork. All right. Actually eat the herbs. All right. Consume it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. By way of eating it. And you get that debate. You always get that debate, man. All right. Brothers always gonna come up with an excuse. First, give me that in the book of Sirach, chapter 38. All right. What is that? 38 to 17? Give me Sirach 38 and 17 real quick. Okay. Brothers and sisters, they always want that excuse, man. You know what I mean? Hey, but what about the gummies? Okay. What about the gummies? All right. Can I take doggone gummies and edibles? Look, there's a problem. Because now you just said, Micah, you said I can eat it. Don't be no hypocrite. Right? Okay. Read that real quick.
You said Sirach 38 and 17.
17.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Weep bitterly and make great moan.
Is that what I want, King?
I don't think so.
I want the one that says that sinner always looks for an excuse.
32
and 17. Is that it? Give me 32 and 17. My bad.
Con, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved.
It says what?
A sinful man will not be reproved.
A sinful man will not be corrected. Read on.
But findeth an excuse according to his will.
But findeth an excuse according to the do their own will. So look, no, we can't smoke, but I still want to get high. So I'm gonna get high by using the gummies. That's the problem. You want to get high. That's the problem.
All right.
The problem is you ain't supposed to be getting high with that thing. Look, when you take ashwagandha, I don't know if people know about, ashwagandha. Ashwagandha calms you down, right? If you have anxiety issues, this, that, and the third, and I would probably, consult my physician, right? But there would be nothing wrong with taking marijuana, right? Breaking it up. You know what I mean? I would try to figure out how much of a portion I should use. All right, put it in your salad. Eat that thing to calm you down. Okay? But you're not using it to get high. That's the problem. That we went to the scripture in Sirach 38 and 4, all right, to show you that it's used, all right, as a medicine. All right? We're not supposed to be intaking it to get high.
Right.
Okay? We're abhorring that drug when we do that, okay? And our judgment is being thrown off. Okay? And that's where Satan enters in. Right? And we make these excuses according to our will. Now, Captain is right. Give me Sirach 38 and 15.
Con, this book.
He got that one. I know he got that one. Give me Sirach 38 and 15.
Con, one. This book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 15. He that sins before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician.
Hey, he that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. Now, you done doggone utilize the weed for the wrong manner. You've been smoking, been choking on that thing, your lungs all jacked up. Somebody done doggone laced your doggone weed. Now you in the hands of the physician. You down and out.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't think straight because they laced that thing with that PCP. You got lung cancer. All right. We ain't supposed to be smoking this weed. And if brothers and sisters is dealing with them gummies, okay, if they're dealing with edibles, all right, this, that, and the third, you gotta doggone, if you're gonna consume, all right, marijuana, you gotta consume it in a balance. Okay, if you're trying to calm down, all right, this, that, and the third, hey, it's nothing wrong, all right, with using it for the right purpose, but not to get high. Because now we're not sober-minded. That's the reason why, all right, I brought the scripture out, okay, to let you know, all right, that doggone the strong drink was given to us to make us glad, right? Mm-hmm. Not the herb. Everybody tracking?
Go on.
All right, that's Psalms chapter 104. All right, if you didn't get that one, Psalms chapter 104 and verse 14. All right, look at that. Enrique Ventura says they lace the weed with the meth. Damn, back when I was dealing with that thing, I got a hold of some PCP once. Okay, I never got laced with no damn meth, man. You know what I mean? That's kind of rough there,
Yeah, kind of.
I'm telling you, hey, it'll alter your judgment. So we got to be sober. All right, we got to be sober-minded out here. All right, we can't be watchmen. That's the point. Okay, we cannot be watchmen, effective watchmen, if we are high. Con? All right, so we got to slow that thing down. Everybody tracking? I don't want my brothers, okay? I don't want my brothers, all right, out here in the nation, man, all right, to have their judgment thrown off because they have vices. Okay, we got to deal with them vices, Con.
Con.
You know. All right, Con. All right, so let's first let's get Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24, and then we're gonna get the reprobate. It's gonna sound kind of weak today, but get me Matthew chapter 6 and verse 24. Okay. Go ahead, bring that out.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve two masters.
Right.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
Right.
Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
You cannot serve God and mammon. Mammon means money, okay? All right. And the love of money is the root of all evil. Okay, so we gotta make sure, all right, that we're either walking on the straight and narrow path, okay, not turning to the left hand, all right, or the right hand, straight and narrow path, law, statutes, and commandments, faith in Christ. All right, we don't get Colossians chapter 2 and 8. All right, Colossians 2 and 8. All right, don't let the philosophies and doctrines of this world lead your tail to the lake of fire. Read that.
God one. This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men,
right?
After the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach.
That's right. Okay, we got to doggone follow the footsteps of the Hamashiach Yahushua, and we all done dealt with it. Okay, and we're not coming from a place of not understanding. Okay, we're coming from a place of understanding because we've been there. All right, now brothers is doggone trying to keep the commandments. All right, and we love our people. We love our people. That's why we're giving, all right, this tough love. All right, and open rebuke. God. Okay. All right, now we know what time it is. Hey, Cap, get that picture. The picture. Remember the words first. All right, let's get it ready. All right. Reprobate of the week. All right, getting into that reprobate, baby. All right, reprobate of the week. Now, this is an interesting one, man. Okay, I seen this the other day, and I said, "Damn." Okay, damn.
Right.
Well, what's that scripture, man? When Isaiah say the world is upside down.
Not sure. Let me see.
Let me see. Hey, we'll see the one in Acts. Okay, the one in Acts. That's when Jason, okay, was dealing with he's dealing with the officers. Okay, all right, and they're saying that get Isaiah 5 and 20. I'll say that. They're saying that the apostles are going to turn the world upside down. That's the one in Acts 17. That just pulled up when I went to my search. Okay. Yeah. No. Hey,
Isaiah 29 and 16.
Yaquab, the one I'm speaking of, that's talking about the apostles are going to turn things upside down. It's in Isaiah, right? Get that, Isaiah 5 and 20.
You talking about good, evil, and evil, good, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. I thought that I might be off.
You talking about Isaiah 29 and 16?
Hey, bring it out, Cap. Which you bring it out.
Kind of one. This book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 16. It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
There we go, King. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, read that again, Cap.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
All right, so the lack of keeping the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments, all right, has this world upside down. And remember, all right, the apostles, all right, are quoting the prophets, okay, always, all right, what Paul say, you know what I mean? I don't say nothing different, all right, than other than the law and the prophets, right? That's a cut to Christianity too, man. That's a cut. He ain't bringing nothing new. All right. But hey, look, so check this out. All right, this is interesting. All right. Jim Crow is still alive. Black beauty queen alleges Texas hotel employee put a shawl on her to cover her shoulders in its restaurant while white women were allowed to wear revealing clothing. So the so-called black woman is complaining that she can't show her shoulders and she can't be revealing like the white woman. Do you know, all right, that they're making a civil rights issue out of this? The world is upside down, family. What you say, Cap?
That's crazy. She fighting to take clothes off. That's crazy.
She fighting because they put a shawl around her.
All right.
They said what you got on is too revealing, but the white women are left to do it. Look, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. Give me that in the book of Psalms. Okay. All right, you know what I want, King. Chapter what is that? Psalms chapter 119. Give me that, King. You know what I want.
I don't want.
I think I'm quoting it wrong. Hey, Zacchaeus say, WTF. That's backwards, sister. Y'all know what I want, right?
Con, this is Psalms chapter 119. Talking about I made haste.
Goodness, I got a brain fart, man. I got a brain fart, King. Help me out. Help me out.
I'm trying to think of what precept you're thinking about.
What I'm thinking about is he ain't give his commandments to no other nation. He only gave them to Israel.
Oh, Psalms 147.
147 and 19. My bad. Bring it out. That's why you got brothers, man. That's why you got brothers. So backwards. That's right, Sister Zakia. All right. That's our modest sister right there from Auburn. Okay. Bring that out.
Con out of one. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Uh-huh.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Right.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
He have not dealt so with any other nation. He showed his word unto the children of Israel. So we supposed to be walking holy, separate, in the law, statutes, and commandments. They can do whatever the hell they want to do. Okay? Because until we get ourselves right, ain't no hope for them.
Right.
Ain't no hope for Edomite any damn way. Okay? So when she say, wow, white women were wearing revealing clothing, let them doggone, follow themselves to destruction. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now bring up the picture of the sister, because here's the thing. She looked like a sister, right? But when we bring up the video, and I was looking at some other clips, they may be of Hamite descent. I'm not sure. Okay. But the fact of the matter is they're still trying to make this a civil rights issue, right? So it'll put in the mindset of our sisters, of our Israelite sisters, so-called Black women, Hispanic women, and Native American women, all right, to complain about being allowed to be naked in public. It's backwards. That's a true reprobate. All right, that sister right there. Okay. She like a sister. You never know. Okay. All right, let me pull it up and I'm going to read that real quick. All right. I'm telling you, man, we got some serious craziness going on.
Right.
Can you read that, Cap?
Connor one.
Read that.
It says, the complaint obtained by Atlanta Black Star alleges that Nuoso, her name is Blessing Nuoso, a doctoral candidate at Houston Christian University and Christian children's book author, was discriminated against because of her race and ethnicity by workers at the hotel, who embarrassed her by placing a shawl over her shoulders while she was seated at her table enjoying her company. The lawsuit alleges that she was not the only woman in the establishment with her shoulders exposed. She took a selfie that showed over her shoulder a blonde white woman with her shoulders out wearing a spaghetti strap tank top.
What that got to do with you?
Right.
What that got to do with you? All right. You know, we off. And this is why we got to come back to the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. We got to come back to our own customs. Okay? Mm-hmm. The world is upside down. Right? I can see if you complaining about Moab doggone grabbing you by the doggone hair, dragging you out his shop. Okay? Mm-hmm. Or you got a sign up on the doggone wall saying, all right, no doggone Negroes allowed, or whatever the case may be. But you,
right?
the restaurant employee or the hotel employee was helping you to be modest.
Right.
This is backwards. True reprobate, man. This is a reprobate mindset. Go ahead, Nathaniel.
It's like y'all. If I get a quick precept real quick in Psalms chapter 106, and I'm gonna start at verse 34.
Psalms 106 and 34.
I got you.
Got it? Go ahead.
This book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom Yahweh commanded them.
Right. So the Lord had commanded us previously to destroy certain nations, but this is the point I want right here in verse 35. Read.
But were mingled among the heathen and learned their works.
So we've learned the works of the heathen, the works of the other nations. The Lord commanded our women to be modest, chaste, right? To be that daughter of Zion that he created them to be. But we've learned the works of the other nations, man. Right? So what the other one is bringing out, man, you special, right? You supposed to be setting the example and being the light of the world and the salt of the earth to the other nations women anyway.
Right.
So, man, we got to lead from the front and stop trying to be followers and assimilating to the ways of these heathens, man. I yield on.
That's right. All right. Hey, excellent precept there, King.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Excellent precept. But we're gonna go ahead and make that a wrap. Okay. Say again. Hey, yeah, play the video. I'm sorry, King. Play the video. No. Almost forgot about
lawyer, and I'm here with Blessing Wosu because she was discriminated at the Post Oak Hotel. 2 weeks ago, a lawsuit was brought against the Post Oak Hotel when a Houston attorney said that the Post Oak Hotel was discriminating against him because he was an African American wearing a hat. And now we have the same, almost the same exact thing, where Blessing was at a dinner in an appropriate dress when suddenly people at the restaurant from the Post Oak Hotel put a piece of cloth over her shoulder saying you shouldn't expose your shoulders, when there was a whole bunch of Caucasian people with their shoulders exposed. There was nothing wrong with the attire that Blessing was wearing at the time. We don't know where that piece of cloth had been when they put it on her shoulder. That was extremely rude, and she was treated differently than the other people who just happened to be white or Caucasian. And then we look at the Instagram website, Instagram site for the Bloomin' Bee restaurant, as it's called, at the Post Oak Hotel here, and there's a whole bunch of white women with their shoulders exposed, and even more so than Blessing, because Blessing's dress had straps on it. Some of them don't even, the other individuals don't even have straps. So what we see here is a pattern of disparate treatment against African Americans by the Post Oak Hotel.
And this joke is really making the case out of this thing. All right. And the sad part about it, man, Eve gonna rally around it, man. Eve is gonna rally around it. They're gonna show up to every doggone restaurant and doggone hotel with spaghetti straps, okay, or doggone shoulders out, and wish it and wish them fucking would put a shawl around them, man. Okay, gonna have the doggone tennis shoes in the bag, okay, flip flops on their feet, ready to go, hair scarf and Vaseline pack. Right? It's backwards, up. All right, that's a true reprobate mindset. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you something. I like the way this class flow. I just can't. I can't get. Well, it's okay. I like the way this class flow because everything tied together. Okay, you got the doggone. You got the war. and our doggone not being watchful, right? But the reason why a lot of people are not being watchful is because we're not sober-minded, right? Okay, you know what I mean? But then you see the effects of being doggone a zombie, right? You see the effects of it. You see the effects of an altered mindset, all right? Because it turns out to be a backwards and upside down understanding. All praises to the Most High, man.
All praises.
Bahashem Mashiach Yahweh.
Bahashem Mashiach Yahweh.
All right. Hey, we're gonna play the sponsor one more time. All right. And then we're gonna get up out of here. Unless y'all got anything that y'all want to add to.
All
right, Khan. All right.
Welcome to the Truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's mission is to humble the world in the truth of Yah. The Truth of Yah's board game's vision is to build up the poor man and woman in spirit. Many people are deceived by lies, deceit, fraud, pride, forward mouth, arrogance, and evil ways. The poor in spirit are attacked daily. The vision to build up the spirit is to cause people only to walk in the ways of Yahweh, just as his son Yahweh Shai and the prophets did, by not just speaking the word, but by putting every word Yahweh spoke into action.
We're the Sons of Thunder Israelites, and it's our heart's prayer and desire that you all get the Truth of Yah game.
Use our discount code SOT for additional savings.
Shalom. All right, let's play, man. Let's get it going, man.
All praises to the Most High. All right. Okay. And once again, we'd like to give all praises to Yahweh.
Bahashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai.
All right. All right. We'd like to give a hearty shalom, all right, to the nation. Hey, y'all stay enduring, family. Okay? Stay enduring. Shalom.
Shalom.